Back with the Fox News Alert, the biggest story right now. Newark and Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta Airport resuming departures due to air traffic congestion in those areas. But right now, all other airports are grounded. We're hopeful to get them in the air in 18 minutes. The website FlightAware reporting that 3,700 flights have been delayed and grounded so far due to an FAA system outage. The Biden administration says there is no evidence of a cyber attack at this time, but the president is calling for a full investigation. No one seems to know anything. Let's bring in GOP Congressman Andy Biggs. Congressman, we didn't know we'd talk about this first, but it is the #1 story. Pete Buttigieg communicated to the president that he doesn't really know anything yet. Are you surprised the Secretary of Transportation doesn't know anything?
I'm not surprised. It's unpleasant that I have to say that, but I'm not surprised that he doesn't know anything, because that's consistent with how he's handled any kind of question or issue that we've had in our transportation sector since he became secretary. But what's chilling about this today, Brian, is the fact that this is happening. It's been going on. We've known about it apparently overnight, and he has no idea what happened or how they're going to fix it and how long it's going to last. That is an enormous impact on our economy and travelers today.
Look, we got word of it on the show at about 6:15, 6:20. As we started today. So if it was at 6 o'clock, you could have given people some advice, it seems. There'll be an after-action report, and we'll see if anyone gets to the bottom of it. Speaking of that, stunned to find out, and so was the president, somewhat surprised, that there were top-secret documents in his closet that they claim was locked since 2017. They include topics like Ukraine, what else is new, the UK, and Iran. The highest level of secrecy. What's your reaction to this?
Well, I'm as outraged as my colleagues are. I mean, you look at it and you say, when did they know about this? It turns out that we're finding out they knew about this in November. We're not finding out about it till January. Did they know about it prior to the election? And is the president, does he feel that he was just as irresponsible as he claimed that President Trump was? I mean, this gets to the whole notion of what is going on with Joe Biden and the Biden White House. And this is another perfect example of perhaps two-tiered justice, where you send in dozens of agents to raid Mar-a-Lago and go through the First Lady's cupboards and her dresser. But you got Joe Biden, that he's stashing stuff that's right. Equal, and that's a problem. That is a huge problem.
Congressman, how about the FBI? They just taken the word for it? Say, okay, is that all the documents you have? They didn't take the former president's word for it. I'm not saying they should raid his place, but should the FBI be in there to make sure that's all the documents? And what about his explanation? He says, my lawyers have suggested I don't ask what the documents were. What kind of lawyer would say, don't ask any questions about what documents you took?
Yeah, well, First of all, the FBI should be looking at this for sure to see what all happened there. I mean, and more than that, I think you're right. I mean, but who's surprised by that? President Biden doesn't seem to know much about anything that's going on. And I'm sure his lawyers thought maybe he should go get an ice cream cone or something. I don't know, but let's find out.
Listen, the decision that Kevin McCarthy went ahead and confirmed yesterday that Adam Schiff, Eric Swalwell, and Congresswoman Omar will not have a place on committees. They will not be allowed to serve on committees. What's your reaction?
Well, I think that they definitely should be taken off those specific committees that they were on. I'm not sure that they shouldn't have any committee assignment at all, but I think that Schiff and Swalwell in particular, with the leaks that were coming out of the Intel Committee and in their past and some of their activities, it merited some kind of discipline.
And here we go. It's game on. The agenda's drawn out. The infighting is over, and now it's back to work. Congressman Andy Biggs, thanks so much.